Sometimes we have to mention these things just to give us an indication, even though it may be very minute, but an indication as to where we are in relations to Christ. We claim to be Christians, we claim to be faithful, but are we? We claim that we follow the Lord, but are we? Now let's come to the word pleasant. Pleasant, what happens? You see, once you enter into the depth of God, you will find Him pleasant on the outside. Until you discover the goodness of God, you will never see Him as a pleasant God. You'll see Him as your enemy, someone who is hurting you, someone who is doing things against you, someone who is closing the door in your path. You love to do this and God is stopping you. God, I love you, I'm good to you, why aren't you the same? Because we're defining good our way, not God's way. When you go into the depths of God and see the goodness of God, then you'll understand how pleasant He is externally. And externally means the way He deals with you. He's very pleasant. But you see, I misunderstand Him because I misunderstood what good is all about. Are you with me so far? You see, I'll take you back to the Old Testament. If you had gone out into the Sinai desert when the Israelites left Egypt, Pharaoh, if you had gone into the Sinai desert, you would have seen the entire Israelite nation living in white tents. All white, beautiful white, stunning, breathtaking. Except by one. And this one was in the midst of those entire tents. That one belonged to God. It was pitch black, the ugliest of all. The ugliest tent, the unwanted tent, was the house of God dwelling in the midst of His people. All the Israelites dwelt in white, beautiful tents, except God dwelt in a very ugly black tent. But when you enter this tent, you see that black tent, when you looked at it from outside, definitely not pleasant. Definitely not pleasant. That tent is the dwelling of God in the midst of His nation. So the outside looks of the tent is not pleasant. But when you entered inside the tent, you will find Him fairer than the sons of men. Psalm 45:2. He is the most beautiful out of the entire human race. That tent represents Christ. From outside, not pleasant, but you enter the tent, what you will find inside? Gold, linen, precious stones, the showbreads, the altar, the incense, the fragrances, the amazing colors, the amazing beauty inside. From outside, ugly as; from inside, fairer than all humanity. The most beautiful, the most handsome, the most pleasant Christ ever to exist in the face of this planet. So before judging the outside, go inside. See God internally. See Him and find Him being the good God, in order to realize that He is pleasant from outside, even though He may not look it. Psalm 133:1. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Now please pay attention. The only condition and the only reason for the dwelling of the Holy Spirit in us was for us to dwell together in unity. I'll say it again. The only condition and the only reason for the dwelling of the Holy Spirit in us was for us to live together in unity. How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. This is why the Holy Spirit dwelt in us, to make dwelling together in unity possible for all of us. Now we go to the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 1. It's not on the screen. I'll read it out. So book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, when the day of Pentecost had fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. When the day of Pentecost had fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. One accord means they were all in one soul. In one soul. One accord, they were all thinking, talking, acting, behaving the same way. As if they were one soul, one being, one person. My beloved, the human soul is like the fingerprint. There is about 8 billion people that live on the face of this earth, planet, as we speak. 8 billion. Not one fingerprint is 100% identical to the next. Each one out of the 8 billion, each one has a unique fingerprint. The soul is exactly like this fingerprint. Each human soul is totally different to the other. No one is 100% identical to the other person. Each one is uniquely designed by God. So my beloveds, if we say there is about 300 people in the church, that means there is 300. Come on. We say there is 300 people in the church. So how many souls there is? 300 souls, because each soul is unique, different to the other. So there is 300 souls. Yes, correct? Okay. And every soul is different to the other. However, imagine this. We say there is 1 million people in the church at the same time. And every single one of them, as they come to enter the church, they say, each one, as they come to enter the church, they say, not I, but Christ who lives in me. And the next comes, not I, but Christ who lives in me. And the next comes, not I, but Christ who lives in me. And the entire million faithfuls, all of them come and say the same thing. Not I, but Christ who lives in me. Now I'll ask you, how many people are in the church? One, not million. Because the whole million said, not I, but Christ, and Christ is one. So the entire million became one. How good and how pleasant for brethren to dwell in together in unity. When will all these brethren, when will all these Christians dwell together in unity? When all of them say, not I, but Christ who lives in me. Then we enter the church with the soul of Christ only. Then all of us got together in the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 1. All of us got together in one accord, in one place.